We're on Eruvin Perek Yud, Mishnah Yud Bet, 12th Mishnah in the 10th chapter of Eruvin. We talked in the last Mishnah, we studied in the last Mishnah, the difference between halachot, certain halachot in the Mikdash and the Medina. Because certain things were only asur mishum shvut, and in the Mikdash there's ein shvut ba Mikdash. Shvut is the din d'Rabbanan. Whereas if it's a d'oraita, then it applies in the Mikdash as well. So our Mishnah is a continuation of the same theme, as we'll see. Let's say you have a piece of furniture. So if you have a piece of furniture and the door falls out, or falls off the hinge. So the Mishnah is going to distinguish between if you have what's called the tzir hatachton, the lower hinge. Let me see if I can make this a teeny bit bigger. Okay, actually it's a little tricky to do, so let me make it a teeny bit bigger. If I don't lose the whole thing, here we go. Oh, good. Okay, you have the tzir hatachton, the lower hinge, and you have the tzir ha'elyon. So very often, the way furniture is made, especially I guess in their times, the tzir hatachton would slip out quite a bit. But if the tzir hatachton slipped out, can I push it back in? That's the question. And what happens if the tzir ha'elyon falls out? Then the whole thing falls out. Okay, we're going to see that that's a nature of a machloket. It says the Mishnah, Machzirin tzir hatachton b'mikdash, avalo b'medina. The tzir hatachton, if the lower hinge, the lower, I guess, I don't know what that's called. I call it a hinge, but it's not really. It's I don't know what it's called. Falls out in the Beit Hamikdash, then you can return it. You can push it back in. Avalo b'medina, but you can't push it back. You cannot return it in the Medina, in the rest of the world, not the Beit Hamikdash. But the tzivah elyon, the upper tzir, kan v'kan asur. It's asur whether you're in the Beit Hamikdash or not. So meaning even the tzir hatachton, the tzir elyon is asur in the Beit Hamikdash. Rabbi Yehuda says no. Elyon b'mikdash. The tzir elyon. Rabbi Yehuda says even if the whole thing, tzir elyon means if the whole thing falls off. Can I put the door back on? So the tzir elyon I can do in the Beit Hamikdash. V'hatachton b'medina, and I can even fix the tzir hatachton and I can fix even in the Medina. Let's look at the chart and we'll see what we can understand. First we'll look at the Bar Tanura, and the Bar Tanura explains that the machloket here is according to the Rabbi Yehuda says, okay, Rabbi Yehuda says, ein binyan b'kelim. That's the nature of the machloket. Machloket is like this. There's an Isur D'Oraita called boneh. Boneh means to build. Building my house. Whatever. If I can't screw in a screw on my house, you can't see here, but I can't screw in a screw on my house, that's boneh. It's Isur D'Oraita. Does the Isur boneh apply also to utensils, to vessels, or not? And it's a big machloket, in the Tanaim. Is there binyan kelim or not? So Rabbi Yehuda says, ein binyan b'kelim. So therefore, and no matter what I do, even if I totally fix the door, it's never going to be a D'Oraita. So that's why Rabbi Yehuda says, I can fix, so the only Isur is an Isur D'Rabbanan, and the Isur D'Rabbanan is even if the door falls off, so it looks like boneh, it's considered boneh, it might bring you to do something wrong. So therefore, that's the tzir ha'elyon. But the tzir ha'tachton, if it slips off, I can push it back in, that's nothing. A drawer comes out, I put it back in, I'm not doing anything. That's Rabbi Yehuda's position, because of ein binyan b'kelim. So let's look at a chart that I made for you, because that's what I do, that's my thing, I like charts. Let's look at Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says ein binyan b'kelim. So now we understand that. So we can understand we have the tzir ha'tachton. Remember, the tzir ha'tachton is not a big deal. And the tzir ha'elyon. So since he says ein binyan b'kelim, so therefore, even in the tzir ha'elyon, in the Mikdash, it's only a d'Rabbanan. So therefore, in the Medina, there are d'Rabbanan applies. So therefore, lo machzibin. Whereas in the Mikdash, Rabbi Yehuda says, no, there's no shvut in the Mikdash, ein shvut b'Mikdash, and therefore machzirin. But the tzir ha'tachton, remember, Rabbi Yehuda says, since I hold ein binyan b'kelim, it's just pushing something back. It's nothing. So therefore, I can be machzir, whether I'm in the Beit Hamikdash or in the Medina. Whereas the Tanna Kama says, obviously, yesh binyan b'kelim. So you could get to the D'Oraita. It's a problem of boneh. According to him, the tzir elyon is a problem of boneh. So therefore, he says, even in the Mikdash, lo machzirim, and certainly in the Medina. Whereas the tzir ha'tachton, according to him, is not boneh. It's not real building. It's only gzeira. So therefore, the tzir ha'tachton, in the Medina, you can't do it because it's a shvut. But in the Mikdash, machzirim, because ain't shvut b'Mikdash. You can stop the video and take a look at this chart if you want to try to understand it a little better. But we're going to stop here, and we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. And if you have any questions, you can certainly email me here, rspolter@gmail.com. Have a great day.